I turned the radio on again, hoping your voice might break the rain. But all I heard was hissing grain, the sound of love that slipped away once you called me every night, through distant tones and dim twilight. But now the line is dead and dry, like autumn leaves beneath the sky. Your voice is in the static now, between the notes, behind the sound, a whisper in a sea of snow, fading with each night I grow. I spin the dial just to feel some echo of what once was real. I chase your tone like chasing stars, close enough but always far. Your voice is in the static hum, it trembles low then comes undone, a ghost wrapped in electric blue. I hear it faint and think of you. Maybe one night a song will play and bring you back in some old way. Until then I tune alone to whispers from a dial tone. Your voice is in the static now, the sound my soul will disavow. But still I sit through every wave, hoping one might say your name. The radio sleeps, the night drags on, but I still listen when you're gone. You always turn the light off slow, a final kiss before you go. But last night it just stayed aglow, like even shadows couldn't know. The coffee pot, the midnight hum, I sat and waited, no one come. The organ sighed like you still cared. In keys of loss I wasn't spared. When the lights stayed on, I knew something in me still missed you. Though no one touched the switch but time, the brightness held your last goodbye. I walked the hall, the carpet creaked, a ghost of warmth in every squeak. The air too still, the room too wide, and still that bulb refused to die. The Hammond plays beneath my sighs, like prayers I never vocalized. And though you're gone, I sit alone, as if that light could call you home. When the lights stayed on, I it meant you'd come back right. You didn't shout, you didn't cry, just grabbed your coat and said goodbye. No final kiss, no loaded tone, just brush of air and I'm alone. The door didn't slam, it didn't creak, it whispered low like lovers speak. The silence after filled the room like perfume mixed with subtle gloom. It's the way the door closed, soft and slow, like even leaving didn't know. You didn't run, you didn't plead, just left the air with all your needs. The drums keep brushing like your steps, each beat a pulse the silence kept. I watch the handle settle still, like that small act had sealed our will. Not all goodbyes are sharp and loud, some drift like smoke beneath a cloud. And all I heard that fateful day was the softest sound of you away. The way the door closed still remains a quiet wound without a name. And every beat these brushes play still marks the sound of you that day. I didn't write this song alone. The silence helped the cold unknown. Your absence laid the melody, while heartbreak hummed in minor key. I found your name in subway lights, in empty chairs and sleepless nights. The echoes in this city's hum are louder now that you are gone. The distance wrote this song for me, a lonely chord in memory. I didn't plan to sing this tune, but pain has perfect timing too. I traced your face in window frost, a picture drawn already lost. I speak to rooms you used to fill, but answers never stand so still. The distance played each note with care, a ghostly hand in empty air. The further you drifted away, the clearer came what I can't say. I try to write a happier line, but every phrase still rhymed with time. The chorus wrote itself in blue. No one sings heartbreak like you do. The distance wrote this song, it seems, from what we were to shattered dreams. So if you hear a distant tune, know it was born beneath your moon. And if you hum it late at night, that means we both still feel it right. We danced through streets we never named, your laugh lit sparks I never tamed. A summer blur, a skyline chase, a stolen kiss in secret space. The roads would hum beneath our talk as moonlight followed every walk. The world was ours in scattered light. Back then we didn't fear the night. You called me home with just one glance. We lived inside a timeless dance. No clocks, no rules, no need to stay. We let the sky decide the day. But time, it doesn't hold its breath. It moves with soft and certain death. And though we try to grasp its thread, we lost our rhythm step by step. Back then we were infinite, the kind of fire time can't forget. Before the echoes filled the room, before goodbye became our tune. I see us laughing in the dark, still chasing stars, still leaving marks. But memories don't ask permission, they burn like old transmissions. The photographs are out of frame, the city's grown, the signs have changed. The bench we kissed on now is gone, but in my mind it lingers on. I whisper lines we used to say as if they bring you back someday. But ghosts don't answer when you call, they just replay it all and all. We were a song that didn't end, just faded out around the bend. I wonder if you miss it too, that reckless love we once ran through. You always said it's not forever. Back then we believed in never, and now we wear the weight of years while dancing through remembered tears. Back then we were infinite, we didn't know we'd have to quit. We drank the night, we kissed like sin, and let the future trickle in. Now I sit still with quiet breath and play our past to beat regret. Cause what's left, though undefined, is a love we left in time. The road still plays in smoky tone, but I replay it all alone. And though I know we won't rewind, we were infinite in time. We met for coffee sat by the window, changed the view. You said you once loved jazz and rain. I smiled but felt the ache remain. You asked, remember that cafe? I nodded slow, then looked away. Your voice was soft, your words polite, but everything had lost its light. We spoke in past tense, line by line, like love was gone but still defined. You said you used to hold me close, and I just drank the silence most. The cello sang where words gave out, filling the space between our doubt. A bow across our faded flame, still tender, but it's not the same. We said goodbye with practice grace. No tears, no hug, no last embrace. Just turned and left the half-full cup, like lovers do when they give up. We spoke in past tense one last time, then stepped outside of love's design. A cello moaned in minor key for who we were and couldn't be. You left your coat behind the chair. I didn't move it, didn't dare. It held your scent, your weight, your form, like something soft, like something warm. The way it folds, the way it slants, like arms mid-air in half a dance. I brush against it every day, and still can't bring myself to say the way you left your coat behind, unzipped, unspoken, undefined, said more than all the words you chose, a quiet door that didn't close. The jazz guitar plays chords we knew, dim seven, half resolved and blue. It speaks in notes you used to hum. Now chords are sharp and you are numb. I tried to give it back one night, but turned around before first light. It's yours, it's here, it holds its own, a symbol for the love we've blown. The way you left your coat that day still speaks in folds I can't be ticks each hour, but it feels slower since you left. Each time a ghost, each hand a scar, marking moments filled with what if. The music box begins to spin, a lullaby for might have been, the song we play too close to fade, and clocks that stop too late. You used to set your watch by mine, we'd count down minutes wrapped in wine. The kettle knew our favorite time, and silence came in even rhyme. But now the seconds crawl like doubt through rooms where love has flickered out. I tried to freeze that final gate, but clocks, they stop too late. If time had paused at your last smile, I'd live forever in that while. No need for words, no need to run, just afternoon and setting sun. But life moved on and I remained inside a frame that can't be changed. Regrets a quiet ticking weight in clocks that stop too late. I found the watch you left behind, still stuck at 8:05 a line. With our last laugh, your final call, before we let forever fall. The music box plays one last note, a sound that barely dares to float, as if it knew the twist of fate and stopped just seconds late. I beg the moon to slow its turn, I beg the fire not to burn, but stars don't wait for love to stay, and time won't turn the other way. So I collect what can't be held and whisper things I never spelled, inside a room too still, too straight, with clocks that stop too late. If you had turned around once more, if I had dared to close the door, we'd still be here beneath this light, inside a moment held just right. But fate arrived a breath behind and left us chasing out of time. Love doesn't age, it dissipates when clocks stop late. The final tick, a hush too small, a music box with no recall. And in the dark I watch and wait for clocks that stopped too late. I used to raise the lights to you, but now I slow at every view. I pass the diner, take the bend, pretend the road will never end. The city hums in shades of blue. The lights don't shine the way they used to. Your name still hides in every street, in every place we used to meet. I take the long way home each time, through tangled thoughts and exit signs. The brush drums count my pulse so slow, as if they know I miss you so. I circle past the old train tracks. The songs we played still echo back, but no one's there to sing along, and I'm too tired to feel strong. The rhythm taps a memory of who we were and couldn't be. So I just drive through midnight's haze, stretching out our final days. I take the long way home again, hoping you might wait at the end. But all I find's an empty hall and footsteps that don't sound at all. I walk the street where we once laughed, the same old cracks, the same worn path. The cafe's still on second lane, but something's gone, it's not the same. The neon blinks a softer blue, the rain comes down like deja vu. But though the world still turns somehow, that street doesn't know me now. The window shop you used to love still hangs that dress you dreamed of. The record store plays vintage soul, the kind you'd hum when you felt whole. I pass the bench we used to claim, 2 cups of tea, no need for names. I sit alone, head slightly bowed, that street doesn't know me now. Everything's in place, but I'm a ghost, a passerby who hurts the most. The sidewalk smooth, the lights still glow, but none of them recall or know. You took the meaning when you left, and though the map still shows the route, that street forgot what we were about. I thought perhaps the walls might speak, or hear the shoes I drag each week. But bricks can't hold what hearts erase, and love can vanish without trace. Your laughter used to fill this space, now all I hear is just my pace. The rhythm slow, the silence loud, that street doesn't know me now. I changed my hair, I changed my name, but still I walk this street the same, hoping some crack in time would show a version of the us I know. But cities move and people fade, and even echoes can't betray. The past we thought we'd walk forever is gone like shoes that fit no better. That street where love once learned to breathe has exhaled all its memory. No scent of you, no trace remains, just window lights and midnight trains. I turn and walk, the city spins, a place once home, now just pretend. The road ahead, the question how, that street doesn't know me now. The road plays soft like fading dreams, a final chord, a missing theme. And though I swore I'd find you somehow, even this street doesn't know me now. walked along that narrow street, two shadows drifting out of beat. The sun was low, our steps unsure. We knew too much but wanted more. The piano played like falling rain, each note a touch, a trace of pain. I almost reached to pull you back, but silence held me in its track. You glanced at me, then faced ahead. Your eyes said all we left unsaid. 1,000 words behind your stare, but none of them would linger there. I wonder now in quiet rooms if you recall that afternoon when love still had a chance to breathe, but we let it slip beneath. If we had turned around, would we have seen that love was on the ground, caught in between the fear to speak and hope too loud? If we had paused instead of bowed, would we have saved what slipped somehow? If we had turned around, the cafe still remember us, in window seats and quiet fuss, our laughter carved into the air, still echoing though no one's there. I sometimes sit there all alone, pretending you might check your phone and smile the way you always do, as if the past could be made new. We didn't fight, we didn't fall, we just grew quiet, that was all. And when the road began to bend, we both walked straight and missed the end. No one said stay, no one said go, we just kept moving soft and slow. And now I haunt the space we found, wondering if we turned around. If we had turned around, would we have seen the light still dancing on that green, the song still playing low and proud, the chance we missed without a sound? I carry that day like sacred ground, the one we left without turning around. The piano fades, the dusk remains, and love dissolves like window panes. A single note is all I found, a silent prayer that we had turned around. We didn't cry, we didn't fight, just turned the page, turned off the light. I packed my thoughts, you closed the door. No final words, no metaphor. The piano played its minor tune beneath the silence of the room. You made the bed, I made the tea, two strangers sharing history. We forgot to say goodbye, just let the moment pass us by. Now every silence holds a scream of what we were and might have been. The keys still echo where you sat, a single note and that was that. We faded like a late night song, too soft to tell where it went wrong. Some endings come with crashing sound, but ours just floated off the ground. A sigh, a shrug, a closing line, a love erased by keeping time. We forgot to say goodbye, just paused and let the years go by. And now the piano plays alone, just notes and echoes overgrown. I sit by the window, the sea breathes slow, telling secrets only I know. The moonlight spills across the sand, a quiet ghost that holds your hand. You promised you'd be home by spring, but now it's fall and tides still sing. I count the ships, but not the time. I hum your name in ocean rhyme. Waves don't bring your letters home, just foam and wind and salted stone. I place my hope on each new tide, but everyone comes back denied. The gulls cry like forgotten things, like pages torn from books and wings. I wear your sweater in July, pretending you're still nearby. The sea keeps pulling me to you, though it's a lie I can't undo. Your voice is lost in ocean swell, in every wave a last farewell. I built a lighthouse with my hands, made of poems and shifting sands, but even light can't cross this blue if you're not searching like I do. Waves don't bring your letters but still I wait beside the phone. If love was tide and I the shore, then I will wait forevermore. The window by the sea won't close until your shadow no longer shows. I wrote your name, faded ink, the way you used to smile and think. I folded up the paper slow, like you might read but never know. The cello hums a single line, like memories trapped inside of mine. I write as though the hurt could mend in a letter I'll never send. I tell you things I never said, about the nights I wept instead, about the dreams I let grow thin while waiting for you to walk in. I say I'm fine, I say I'm free, but end with, do you think of me? It's selfish, yes, but I pretend in this letter I'll never send. I place it in a drawer unseen, alongside things that might have been a movie stub, a single key, a photo where you laughed with me. And though the past no longer stings, I miss the weight of certain things, like how we broke but didn't bend. So I wrote but didn't send. You're probably somewhere far from here, with songs that don't include my fear. You found a peace I couldn't give, a life I only watched you live. But still I speak into the page, like voice inside a silent stage, a monologue with no defense, just a letter without suspense. Maybe you'd smile or maybe not, maybe you've truly long forgot, but this is more for me than you, a way to say what's still half true. I'm grateful now for all we shared, even the parts that left me scared. You shaped a love I won't amend, just mark it, never send. I seal it with a breath too slow, and tuck it where the soft things go, among the years I let slip through, along with pieces once called you. And though you'll never read this end, my heart still needed space to bend. So here it is, no need to defend, a letter I'll never send. The cello fades like falling dusk, and leaves behind a quiet trust that some goodbyes don't need to end, just live in letters we never send. If I had said I'm sorry then, Would you have stayed or left again? Would time have bent beneath the weight of words I whispered far too late? The piano hums a minor key, regret in every melody. A song I play alone tonight for the sorry I didn't write. I raised my voice when I should have knelt. I ran from truth I should have felt. I filled the room with quiet pride, while love stood lonely locked outside. You waited there with open hands, while I drew lines across the sand, and never crossed or even tried. I let you hurt and never cried. If I had said I'm sorry right, instead of walls, instead of spite, would we have found a softer shore, or circled back to something more? But silence built its heavy frame, and all I gave you was your name, when what you needed was my grace, not quiet in your place. You closed the door without a sound. I watched the rain just fall straight down. I thought you turned demand I speak, but I stood frozen, proud and weak. And now the keys beneath my hand are softer than I ever planned. Each note a sigh, a too late plea of what I owed but couldn't free. Apologies can't change the past, but sometimes they can make love last. And I mistook your need for space as something time alone could trace. But healing asks for something true, a voice, a hand, a heart that knew. And mine stayed still and let you break for fear my guilt might ache. If I had said I'm sorry when your eyes first dimmed, your breath grew thin, if I had held you close, not back, we might have found our fading track. But now the words are shadows thin, just echoes in this room I'm in. And though I whisper, you won't hear. My sorry comes too late, my dear. The piano fades, the night is still, and I'm alone with what I feel. If I had said I'm sorry true, the one I kept might still be you. I look through letters we once shared, each sentence soft, each moment spared. But where your name once crowned the page, there's only quiet, wide and vague. The saxophone now takes your place. It blows through rooms, it fills the space. A hollow sound, yet somehow whole, like what you left inside my soul. Where your name used to be, I find just faded ink and aching lines. signature, no sweet regard, just memory pressed into the card. The words still breathe, the paper bend, but none of it will ever mend. A note I read, a song I played, but your name's gone, just blown away. They say the heart forgets with time, but mine recalls you every rhyme. And though the sax may sing me free, I miss the name you took from me. Where your name used to be, there's sound, a sax that cries and won't be found. And as the music fades to blue, I still make space for only you. I turned the key and pushed the door. Same squeaky hinge, same quiet floor. The light still bends across the bed, as if you're here, just sleeping in. The row the phone rings soft and low, like memories that never go. And though it's empty now, just dust, this room remembers us. The curtain sways like when you dance in Sunday socks and second chance. The chair still leans the way you sat, still creaks a joke, still holds your laugh. My sweater's hanging on the wall, the one you wore when nights would fall. It holds no scent, just silence hushed, but the room remembers us. Every corner, every beam is haunted not by ghosts but dreams. The clock still ticks, the plants still lean toward where your shadow used to be. I breathe in slow, I touch the frame. Your photo smile still looks the same. It's me that changed beneath the rust, while this room remembers us. I tried to move, I changed the paint, but love like that, it leaves a stain. The record player won't forget the way we danced without regret. The ceiling's cracked where you once stared, while dreaming things we never dared. Now dreams just echo in the dust, and the room remembers us. We think we leave, but something stays between the walls, between the days. Your voice still lingers in the air when I pretend you're always there. I call your name, it doesn't fade. This room keeps what I can't evade. It doesn't ask, it doesn't fuss, it simply remembers us. The bed still sighs beneath one side. The mirror shows where you would hide. I live around what used to be, a history I cannot flee. No matter how the seasons change, the shadows stretch but feel the same. And I just sit because I must, in this room that remembers us. The white effort now fades to still, but something here is breathing still. Not you, not me, not even us. Just a room that won't give up. Found a letter in the drawer with edges curled like waves to shore. Your name in ink now barely seen, a whisper caught in yellowed sheen. The cello weeps behind each line as if it knew what we declined. You wrote of hope, of warmer days. I kept it all but looked away. The date was spring some years ago. You signed it soft with love below, but I don't think I ever read the words you left when you had fled. I feared the truths they might contain, the quiet weight of all we feigned. So I just tucked them out of view, as if forgetting could undo. Faded letters in the drawer, lines we never answered for, promises in fragile ink that vanished quicker than we think. Time won't smudge the things we hid or change the things we never did. I read them now, then close the door on faded letters in the drawer. You wrote, I miss the way you sing, and don't let silence do its thing. You asked me once, are we okay? I never answered, walked away. Now all that's left are words you gave to someone too afraid to stay. And though you beg for one reply, I left your letter high and dry. I wonder if you ever knew that I was scared of losing you, so scared I let you go instead, and let those words go cold unread. The cello hums the song you'd play when all our light had slipped away. And now I see how much you tried in every line I once denied. Faded letters in the drawer, the kind that ache forevermore. They don't accuse, they only wait for time to turn or hearts too late. I fold them back with quiet care, as if your voice still lingers there. And shut the past I can't restore, these faded letters in the drawer. candle fades, the ink grows dim, but in those words I hear your hymn. And though the drawer will close once more, you live inside those lines I wore. The napkins just so, put yours on the left where it used to go. I light one candle, dim the light, and wait for you like every night. The clarinet begins to play a melody that won't go away, and though I know you won't walk through, I still set the table for two. I pour the tea, let yours cool down, pretend you're just across this town. I leave your chair slightly turned, the way you did before we learned that love can fade without a fight, can disappear without good night. And though I try to start anew, I still set the table for two. The world says move on, I nod and smile, but only walk another mile inside the house where habits stay and ghosts of you don't drift away. I cook the meals we used to share, the silence pulls out every chair. I taste the past in every stew, I still set the table for two. I hum the tune you used to hum, the clarinet, it lingers dumb as if it too forgot the end, or waits for you to play again. Your photo leans against the wall, you're laughing there, untouched by fall, while I grow older with the view, still setting the table for two. I tried to change the dining set, I packed your plates, tried to forget, but found them back in place by dawn, as if my hands were not my own. There's comfort in the things we keep, in tiny acts before we sleep, like pouring drinks for who we miss, or tasting love in emptiness. The world moves on, but I sit still. This house obeys a different will, where forks and spoons still fall in line, as if you're coming back in time. I hear your voice in kettle steam, and lose you somewhere in between, a bite, a breath, a shadowed cue. I still set the table for two. So if you ever come around and find this place and hear that sound, you'll know I never let you through, I just kept a seat for you. I used to watch the morning light, like maybe you'd come back at night. Each sunrise felt like some small test to see if I'd forget or rest. The violin begins to cry in tones too soft to justify, but something shifted in the weight the day I didn't wait. No more glancing at my phone or dreaming of a voice unknown. No steps imagined down the hall, no messages, I missed it all. I didn't sit beside the door or count the seconds like before. I made my tea, I filled my plate that day. I didn't wait. It wasn't brave, it wasn't loud. No curtain call, no cheering crowd. Just silence draped in steady light that didn't burn, that felt just right. And though you're stitched into my hair, I didn't reach, I didn't stare. I let the moment choose my fate. The day I didn't wait. I wore the scarf you used to hate. I passed the park, I stayed out late. I let the sky just be the sky, not some old map of your goodbye. The violin swayed soft and low, like telling me I'm free to go. And maybe love still resonates, but not in how I wait. Some let go with tears or rage, some tear out every line and page, but mine was quiet, warm and slow, a final breath I didn't know. I didn't fold your name away or burn the things you used to say. I simply stood, not looking back, and felt the stillness hold no lack. I didn't pray, I didn't plead, I didn't feed the old worn need. I watched the sun set down the lane and didn't whisper you again. The heart can learn to close a gate with neither anger nor debate, just one soft day to dissipate. The day I didn't wait. The violin plays one last thread, a ribbon tied to all we said, but now it floats and doesn't ache. The day I didn't wait. There's a coffee shop we used to know, where time would melt in golden glow. Your hand would reach before the steam and pause like holding on to dreams. The bygone's loom would gently chime like glass suspended out of time. I close my eyes and still I see that moment resting quietly. Photographs have lost their hue, but I can still remember you in winter coats and reckless plans, with future written on your hands. We never guessed how fast it breaks, how love like glass begins to ache. I watch it now, too far to grasp, a frozen breath, a silent gasp. Moments in glass we held too tight, trying to save a flame from night. You smiled like spring, but left like snow, and I was slow to let it go. Now every echo pulls me past into the the stillness, moments in glass. We should have fought or maybe fled. Instead we stayed and slowly bled through quiet meals and half-assed things, while holding on to silent strings. The world kept turning, unaware that love like ours had lost its air. But still I hold that final sip, the taste of something we let slip. What do you do with love long gone? Do you rewrite or carry on? I only know it calls at night in shimmering shards of past delight. You told me once some things don't last, but still I trace them in the glass, as if reflection might bring back the warmth we lost along the track. Moments in glass, too sharp to hold, too sweet to fade, too real, too cold. I see us there, just out of reach, the truths we never thought to teach. And though the years will always pass, I live inside these moments in glass. The thought of home dissolves like dew and leaves behind the thought of you. A shadow cast, a softened breath, a love left still in time and death. In another life we stayed, we chose the fight, not the escape. You brewed the coffee slow and kind, I kissed your neck from time to time. The guitar hums a softer truth, a world we left in younger youth. I close my eyes and there we lay. In another life we stayed. The dishes piled, but we just laugh. We danced through storms and aftermath. You held my hand through every doubt, and never once just walked out. We said the words we never spoke, and stitched each tear before it broke. No silence here, no games we played. In another life we stayed. This one we drifted, with things left unsaid, but somewhere we made it and shared the same bed. We fought off the quiet and kissed through the gray. In another life we found a way. No late goodbyes, no hearts betrayed, just two who loved and stayed. I see us now on front porch swings, your laughter tied to early springs. A little dog we name for fun, a house that glows when day is done. The future bends a different route, but I still feel it all play out. A softer thread, unfrayed, unswayed. In another life we we stayed. It haunts me sweet, it hurts me kind, to know that love lives in the mind. We lost too soon what we could build, a home that still remains unfilled. And though this life has gone its way, that version lingers every day, where every choice we feared to make, we made and never let it break. In this one we fractured like glass in the sun, but there we held tightly till the end was none. We turned from the silence and faced every rain. In another life we chose to remain, with all we lost and all we prayed. In that soft world we stayed. The guitar fades in honest blue, a melody that once was true. And though you're gone, my heart has made a home where we still stay. I stood beneath the old train clock, the platform cold, the world in shock. Your name was nowhere on the screen, just strangers passing in between. The muted trumpet starts to cry, a question hanging in the sky. Did you leave through another door, or did I not wait long enough for more? I wore the scarf you gave last spring, still smells like rain and suffering. I thought you'd come to say it clear, but silence walked and you weren't near. The ticket tore inside my hand, one way, no seed, no promised land. We both said nothing, still said bye, but I think I waited at the wrong goodbye. Some hearts part with tears and flames, ours just faded without names. No doors were slammed, no suitcases, just missing time and empty places. You left the room, I shut the light. We both assumed the other might be waiting there, just one reply. But I was standing at the wrong goodbye. I checked my phone for weeks on end, rewrote the texts I'd never sent. Your silence grew like ivy green, climbing through my every scene. I found your mug still on the rack, as if you'd one day come right back. But days went dry, then months slipped by. I never knew which bye was mine. If I had said just one more word, would your retreat have still occurred? Or did we both walk out too soon, while love sat quiet in the room? The trumpet sighs, a breath too slow for all the things I'll never know. And now this ache I can't deny comes from standing at the wrong goodbye. Some lovers fight and others fade. Ours was a script we never played, a final scene that missed its cue. Two exits split with no adieu. You left at dusk, I stayed till night, both thinking we were in the right. But time won't pause or justify that I waited, had the wrong goodbye. The muted horn fades out in gray. The train is gone, there's none today. Just echoes, tracks, and one what if that slipped between a parting riff. I walk away, but don't know why. Still waiting, had the wrong goodbye. The sun is low, the street is bare. I sip my coat against the air. Your name no longer stings my tongue, just rest there, quiet, said, then gone. The flugelhorn begins to play, a tone that neither begs nor stays. And though you linger in my rhyme, I won't look back this time. The coffee shop, your favorite chair, still holds the shape you left back there. But I walk past and do not pause, no sudden ache, no need to cause. I see your shadow in the glass, but don't slow down, I let it pass. I've held too long what wasn't mine, I won't look back this time. No need for closure, no more calls, no replayed fights, no second falls, no letters torn or doors slammed shut, just silence where we once lit up. It's not regret, it's not goodbye, it's simply learning not to try to drag the past into the climb. I won't look back this time. The flugelhorn sighs in the dusk, like letting go of things we trust. And though you shaped a part of me, I don't need you to set it free. Love isn't always meant to stay. Sometimes it's born to fade away. We had our song, it had its chime, but I won't look back this time. I carried photos in my head of words you almost never said. I made a shrine from could have been, then tore it down from deep within. And in that space I learned to stand, without your voice, without your hand. Not bitter, not erased, just fine. I won't look back this time. You were a page I loved to read, but now I plant a different seed. Not mourning you, not seeking truth, just leaving room for something new. course to chase, no past to bind. And if fate outside the line, I won't look back this time. The flugelhorn plays one last breath, as soft as time, as close to death. And as I walk the dusk lines, I loved you once, but not this time. I thought I heard your keys last night, the jingle near the hallway light. I turned around, half full of flame, but no one ever came. The clarinet let out a sigh, like truth too soft to terrify. And in its sound I just admitted you were someone I invented. I pictured you with gentle hands, the kind that never made demands, a voice that soothed the days I shook, a smile that forgave every look. But memory paints kinder lines than what we lived between the signs. And now I sit half still, half haunted by someone I invented. You weren't cruel, you weren't kind, you were just human, undefined. But I carved you like sacred art in every lonely broken part. And now I see the frame I built was made of hope and patched up guilt. And though I loved with all I meant, I loved someone. I invented. The coffee cup, the corner shelf, still whisper stories to myself. I swear I feel you in the breeze, then realize it's just the trees. You never said the perfect line. You never stayed when things decline. Yet I rewrote each time you left, till truth itself was swept and dressed. Maybe that's what heartbreak does. It edits out the bruises just to keep us warm on colder days. When real love's gone its separate ways, but still I wish I'd faced you true, not clung to what I wanted you. So now I mourn not who you were, but who I hoped you'd stood. I set you down like glass too thin, a story soft with edges trimmed, but real love cracks and sometimes bleeds, and never fits our quiet needs.